Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Elk Mountain Mining. Now we have moved forward another day and we've come up to the gold mine here to get all this concentrate picked up and taken up to the washroom and get started to be processed. So we have got a grand total of 16 pallets, 16,000 litres concentrate to go and run through the washroom, which is fantastic. So we're going to get this all loaded up. Obviously we've got the last two here to put on and then we'll be all done. Everything is all up and running, and more excitingly, we have had our planning permission come through for our new mine. So our focus today is actually going to be on getting some of our initial infrastructure set up and going for that, which I'm really looking forward to. But I do want to get this gold processed because I want to get started and make a bit more money so we can afford to pay for everything. So we will be heading up there very, very soon. But for now, we're going to go and get this done. You can see gold trucks up and running as well. Gravel mine is all up and running. We've got a good stockpile of gravel down there to keep things moving, and we've got a decent, I'm going to have a peer over the edge here actually. We should have a decent stockpile of dirt down in the bottom. You can see there, can't quite see it all, but there is a decent amount down there. You can see the other truck running it back down. So hopefully we're going to keep things running here for a wee while longer. Now, just in regards to the planning permission, it all came through very quickly because it is actually a historic claim. It was never mined, but there was permissions given to mine that area before, and it sits within the county's planning laws that is earmarked as a gold mine. So we got, well, we've already struck it lucky, I suppose. We haven't got the gold yet, but we've struck it lucky with the planning permission, so that was a lot quicker than we were expecting. How are we going to pay for the land? Well, we are going to lease the claim. We can't buy it outright. We are only able to lease it, which is not too bad. So we're actually using the field lease mod to be able to do that, which is fun. We'll have a look at that once we get up there and take a look at what we're leasing. And the only other caveat that they placed on our permission was that we needed to plant some trees along the road edge and screen out as much of the mining activities as we could from the road. So I thought that was a pretty fair request. So, you know, we might get some traffic in that going past there, and we don't want to make it looking all messy and untidy. So we are going to do that as well. But before we can head down and make a start on any of that, I want to get this gold processed and underway, and then you can see over there we've got the truck all loaded up with the bulldozer and roller to go and make a start. But until then, we need to get all this gold into here, and then we'll be able to go and start setting things up for our new mine. Well, there goes the tailings truck as well, which is good. So I'm looking forward to the fact that we are going to have a lot of product going into the silos down at the train yard. We'll have to be careful with that and keep an eye on the fact the silos don't get overloaded, because that has caught us out before, where we've had trucks sitting down there unable to unload because we've used up too much of the product. I need to fix the auto drive course too. For some reason it wants to go past there instead of heading straight out, so we'll go and fix that out and get it going in the right direction. Alright, and there we go. The tailings truck is all sorted and off in the right direction now. We changed the course for the workshop trigger to just be a secondary road. Changed it into one of the yellow routes instead of the green one, and that seems to have fixed it, or at least we'll find out next time it comes down here. So we are just going to race through and get these all unloaded, and I really want to go and jump in that truck and head on down to the new mine site. Alright, and there we are, all of our gold unloaded. So I think we can leave the forklift in here, because next time we need it will probably be to take the gold over into the smelter. But there we go, 15,000 litres of concentrate in here, and already another 500 litres of gold produced. So we are going to get a decent haul out of that, which is good. Right, well, we'll just take the pickup, move it over here to the other side of the yard, just out of the way. And then we're going to jump into the truck and head on down to the new mine. Alright, it's haulage time. We've got the D6 and the roller there on the back of the truck. We are going to head down to our new mine site and make a start on forming some roads and a little bit of a platform where we are going to build the wash plant. Obviously that's going to be quite a critical piece of infrastructure to get put in. Hopefully we might even make a start on getting some crossings across the stream. We are going to have to come back and grab one of the excavators at some stage. And we do have a contractor turning up with a crane and some pipes that we're going to put into the stream to make those new crossings and get that access going across there. So we'll meet you down there, we'll get everything offloaded and make a start. Alright, we've got everything unloaded, we've sent the truck back off up to the workshop. We will head back up there at some stage and pick up our excavator, because we do need that back down here. We need to get a bit of a wriggle on though, because we are expecting the crane here at about 10:30, so we've got about 35 minutes before they will be here. But let's just have a look back at our map and figure out exactly, so we know where we're going, what we are going to be doing. So there you go, there's our approved plan. You'll see the additional trees we've had to put along the road front, and also we've got the approved stamp there, which is very nice to see. So we're going to start off, we're going to do the access road, head on down towards the first of the two bridges. Obviously we can't go any further than that until the bridge is in. Then we'll head on up and we will start working on the yard and the wash plant area. I'm not too worried about the gravel processing for now. We'll probably just end up with a big pile of gravel somewhere from this process that we're going to have to worry about and get cleaned off and washed up and crushed and whatever we're going to do with that at some other time. But basically, back to here, looking at where we're standing, I think if we head in from about here and make a track that sort of heads right up and towards the valley, and we'll pick up a spot. That should be a good spot somewhere in there for our bridge. Obviously the closer we are to the stream, the better, because then we don't have to worry too much about this land. We can use as much as we want on the other side for the development. So I think if we just start off here and head in that way, we'll jump into the dozer and make some tracks, so to speak. Alright, we just pull in here and get this lowered down, and we will start heading on down this way. Pretty much up towards the top of the valley is where we said we were going to head. And we're still already there, we're starting to get some stones appearing. But this has got quite a nice wide blade on it, or the Terra Farm effect is quite nice and wide, which will work out pretty well. We do want a decent width track because we're going to be bringing some big equipment down here at some stage. So there we are, that is working out pretty well. A little bit of a rise there, we might try and level that off just a little bit and head on down here. Now I'm just trying to figure out where this tree up here in front of us is, whether that might be a good spot for our bridge just on the other side of that. I think so. That should leave us, if we look back in here, ending maybe cutting one of those trees down, two of those trees down, leave us quite a decent sized area for our platform. This is working out very well. We'll carry on up here just a little bit further. As you can see our stream sluice, but I think just in here on our left, in between all these shrubs and trees, it's probably going to be the best spot for our bridge. Head in across there and head on down the other side of the valley. So we'll turn in here and start working a little bit on our yard area as well. If we can try and get some of this, it's pretty flat in here already, but we'll try and get this leveled off as well as we can. We're going to come through with the roller. We've got some metal to compact and flatten out and make that a nicer surface, but I think we just carry on here and get this leveled out just a touch, particularly over there. I know there's a little bit of a rise you can sort of start to see there, but that we can take that out and leave us quite a good little spot to set things up, particularly for the wash plant. Takes up more room than you think. So we'll just crack into this for the next 5 or 10 minutes, see how far we get, and look forward to having the excavator back down here, because we need to do a little bit of work here in the stream before we can bring the pipes in with the crane, which is on its way too. Well, that's turning into quite a good sized platform. We've actually managed to take quite a bit of height out of the back corner and get it flattened off very well over here, and we have got a ton of stones. They're obviously a little bit interested to see what's happening. Don't worry, we're just taking the planes out here. We'll leave you plenty of space up there in the hills to go and frolic around in. But that's looking pretty good to me, so we're just going to run back along the road once more and just try and level out some of these side hills just a touch, and then we'll get the roller and come down and get the gravel laid. by then hopefully the truck will be back with the excavator, and we might have a crane and a few pipes here to start putting in. Alright, well that's looking pretty good, but our excavator is here and we haven't had a chance to run the roller down here yet, so we're going to have to get things unloaded down there. The crane is a little bit late actually, not quite here yet, so we need to worry about that. We'll have to get the gravel and things put down on here a little bit later, but we've got a lot of stones to clear up off the side of this as well. That's going to take us quite a bit of time. Once we get maybe a truck and a wheel loader or something down here, we'll have to get that all resolved as well. But let's keep on going with getting our crossing started. We've got the excavator here now, and our crane, like I said, won't be too far away. There we go, we'll park the truck up here on the side of our new yard or our new wash plant site, and leave that there for now. Go and get this excavator unloaded. I wonder, we might need to get a dump truck down here as well. We might give someone a call and see if they can get down here with a truck. We might have to lease one. Everything else is all busy and tied up with the other work we've got going on at the moment. So if we just go along and try and get this here unloaded, we'll go and head on over to where our crossing is going to go. Alright, so we set up here next to the stream, and we do need to lower this down just a touch to be able to get a pipe in there, get enough cover into it, but our crossing is going to go pretty much right through the middle here. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this all emptied out or lowered down just a touch. We don't want to be too aggressive, we don't need too big a hole, so we'll just see how we can go with what we're trying to achieve. There we go, that's not too bad there, just a little bit, perfect. There we go. Now if we had a truck here, it would have been dumping this straight into here, but for now we'll have to create a little bit of a heap here, add it to all the rest. There we go. Let's see if we can just get this lowered down just enough so that we can get this pipe fitted in here, and leave us with quite a good little spot for our stream crossing. Alright, let's just hop out and take a look down in there. I think it's not too bad. We'll just straighten it out a little bit, take a little bit more out of that piece, but I reckon that's going to be pretty good for a couple of pipes in there to make a little bit of a crossing across here. So I think I did hear the crane arrive. Oh, popped up in the bucket. There we go, we can see the crane down there as well. So we'll get in and just scrape these other couple of pieces, and then we'll get the crane down here and start getting some pipes installed. We're going to need the bulldozer as well, probably to push some of this gravel back in over top. And here is the crane. It is a Grove 530-2, quite a nifty bit of kit, quite agile around on the roads. It is four-wheel steer. It can get into some quite good positions, quite good locations, and very manoeuvrable. You can see on the back there we've got a pipe traverse, so we'll hook the shackle up to that and we'll be able to lift the pipes off the back of the truck as well. We've got 6 pipes. I'm not sure if we're going to need all 6. I was thinking if we put 2 in here and 2 in on our other crossing, that'll leave us 2 just in case we need them for something else. So let's go and get everything uncoupled, unhooked, untied. We have to get the crane unfolded, get the supports and everything out there, and we'll go and see if we can get this all hooked up. Now I think if we just move the crane in just a touch closer, I don't want to get too close to the edge of the bank, but we should be able to just get a little bit closer so we've got a touch more manoeuvring space to be able to get these into the best position. We'll jump in here. You can see we'll just get the crane around. I think there might do. We can always move the truck if we need to reposition the pipes a little bit. We'll get things unfolded and get the supports there out. See them folding out, and they should lift the crane here up off the ground just a little bit once they get the legs down. Perfect, there we go. So we're now in a mobile position. We'll get the shackle unhooked there, and we should now be able to lift the main arm up, get this up to a decent height, swing things around. We should be able to try and drop the hook down, pick up that pipe traverse, and get things into position. There we go. Just had to make sure I had the right lever selected. Here we are. We get a trigger to attach that, so we can attach that there. Now the difficulty might be in getting all the pipes off, or the pipes off individually. You can see there we get the option to attach a pipe, so we should, we press the correct button, be able to get that pipe attached. There it is. Winch that up just a touch, and we should be able to now swing things around into position. Hopefully be able to get this down into our stream. Might have to lower things down. We might just extend that leading arm as well, extend the boom arm out a little bit further, just to try and get it in the best position possible. Here we are. It gets a bit hard to see where we are handling things, but put this down. Gently lower that down into there and see how it ends up once it gets down into the stream bed. There we go. We do need to go out just a touch further. There. Extend the booms out. We're not carrying a huge amount of weight, so we can go out quite a way. There we go. We're just about in the right spot. Now I think we're going to need a second pipe, because that's looking like it might be just a little bit too short to make a decent sized crossing. Remember, we're going to have big rock trucks going across here. Maybe we are going to use all these pipes. We might need a couple more if we're going to do crossings this size. Alright, that's looking pretty good to me, so we should be able to detach that one there. Perfect. Roll that back up out. Here we go. Everything going in the right direction. And hook up another one and try and put it on the end of that one. Alright, and when we get the pipe down in there, the second one, we can hit attach and they both go and connect up to each other, which is pretty cool. Very neat little system. So now I just need to figure out which is the correct button to press. I think it is that one. We're either going to drop the traverse or we're going to drop the pipe. Which is it? There we go. We've dropped the two pipes. So that's pretty cool. So what we could actually try and do next time, we could even think about setting these up on the ground and lifting them in as a single piece. We've got two pipes set up here on the ground. Now the other cool thing about this, if we just get this lowered down just a touch more next to it, is you can actually use your straps. So we've strapped that on there and we should be able to, hopefully, go the right way, get that all picked up in one go. That'll make it easier than trying to connect it down in the bottom of the stream. So we'll get this swung around and get it added in there as well. And all going to plan, that will make us a good crossing. I'm just hoping I can cover these. That could be a little spinner in the works. I'm not sure if Farming Simulator will let me put a fill over top of these. We'll find out though in just a little bit. We'll grab the excavator and try and throw some of this stone and gravel in over top of it. Alright, there we go. We've got that in position. I think if we unstrap that, and that's looking pretty good. Even if I do say so myself, we'll lift that up and out of the way. Bring our boom back in, and then I might put the excavator in here and see if we can get some gravel in on top of it and see what happens when we do that. So we'll just tidy this all up, spin it around so it's over top of the truck, and then we'll see what happens. Alright, let's take a look here. If we get a load of stones here into the front of the excavator and go and try and dump it over top of these pipes, what exactly is going to happen, I'm uncertain. I haven't even tested this out to see what is going to happen. I know sometimes it doesn't like having build types put over top of vehicles or materials or anything like that. I may try and push these up. Just wait and see what happens. Yeah, it looks like it's going to mound up around either side of them, which is not ideal at all. See there, it has started lifting these ones up, so we're just going to have to come up with a secondary plan for this. Let's just have a little bit more of a think and try and decide what we're going to do. Alright, a little bit of a change of plan. I've had a little bit of a look, and if we just jump in here into our building menu and under decoration and others, we've downloaded a few bridge packs. Now this is the wonderful forestry bridge pack by Ola. We've got a couple more in here, and I can't remember who everyone had made these, but this one here I've tested and checked, and it is the right width for the big logging mining trucks, the ones we're using up in the gold mine at the moment, to fit across. So I think if we build one of these, we'll still keep our pipes there underneath. I think those are a valuable part of the roleplay of what we've been doing. But I think if we just try and place one of those, we'll see what it turns out like in the end, and that might just become our solution to our problem here of not being able to cover the pipes. So let's just put that down there and let's go have a look. Now it does need a little bit of landscaping up to the edge here just to get that working. We can fix that, that won't be a problem. And otherwise, that's going to work pretty well, I reckon. Let's tidy up on this side, bring it down to there, and we've got ourselves quite a nice bridge. So we'll carry on. We will put the pipes in on the other side. Once we come down here, we do want to get access across the other side here to where our little wash planters, so we'll come down and put a couple of pipes in underneath that. We might just do 2 rather than the 4, but we won't get too carried away, and we might do that in the next episode, because I think we've made a pretty decent start on things down here, getting it all set up. We've kept everything up and running, and in fact we might just shoot back up to the gold mine and have a look to see how much concentrate we've got, and before we do go, we're going to go head down to the train, because I think we might have a load of things to sell down there. But that was a lot of fun using the crane. I enjoyed that. Carry on using that a little bit more next time, and make some more progress here on getting this pathway finished off. We might even try and get our wash plant placed. What else do we need to do? We need to dig a settling pond over in here. This bit of grass area here is going to be dug into a little bit of a pond. So lots to do, lots to keep going on. But let's head back up to the gold mine and go and see how progress has been up there while we've been busy down here. So we do have another 4,000 litres of concentrate up here as the tailings truck heads off. The gold mine has run dry. They've run out of dirt to load up on, so we're going to have to get down there and get some more moved for them. I made a decent dent in what we had stacked up there on top, which is great. I don't even know how much they've brought up, which is the interesting thing. But if we just go up into the washroom as well, now 15,000 litres of concentrate we bought in, 16,000 litres of concentrate in fact, has turned into 4,999 litres of gold. We're 1 litre short of having the 5,000 litres there, which is fine. So we'll have to get these moved over into the smelter and get them melted down so we can go and get them sold. But that's again another good day of production there at the gold mine, and some money to come in to keep things funded down at the other side. Well, we don't quite have a full load of lime and a full load of tailings. We do have a whole lot of sand in here, but I reckon that is worth going and selling instead of waiting for any trucks. I know that the tailings truck is on its way down here, but it won't be enough to fill things up. So let's take this load off to the end of the track and see how much we can make off this, because once again it will be nice to have some more income coming in, because we do have that wash plant to build and a whole lot more things to do up on the new mine. And then we are $325,000. So for very little input from myself, apart from having to stockpile some dirt at the gold mine and some gravel at the, or stone, sorry, at the gravel mine, everything was all automated and running on its own. So not bad to drag in $300,000 by not having to do too much. I might have spent 20 minutes stockpiling, and I know that the gravel pile still has some going on it. So that has all gone very, very well. And just to wrap things up finally, we'll take a look here with the drone and see our progress. You can see quite clearly our nice new entry path or track here, and the sizable area we have managed to carve out up here that is going to become a yard. We'll still have to work on where the gravel goes exactly. It might not quite match the planning plan that we submitted, but it will be close enough. You can see there the bridge and the pipes underneath. So I'm pretty happy, like I said, with how things have turned out so far. It was a lot of fun using the crane, and looking forward to continuing progress. You can see in between the two rocks there on the right is where we'll put the bridge across for the other ones, and then we'll have good access into all those areas to mine. So as always, I hope you've enjoyed that episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.